Hello, good morning, happy Monday. My name is Katie and I am a fourth year first grade teacher. I'm so glad you're here for this week's vlog. This week is going to be a fun week because it is Pet Rock Week. I shared a little bit about this on my Instagram and I post about it every single year, but Pet Rock Week is one of my favorite weeks of the year. All 4 years I've taught using the Wonders curriculum, and in one of the weeks the books focus on how do we take care of pets. So I've done this since my very first year. We adopt pet rocks in our class and we brainstorm ways to take care of them and practice being pet owners by taking care of our pet rocks. Last year I added an extra layer, and instead of just doing it as a fun Friday activity, we took care of our rocks the whole week, and so I'm going to do it the same way this year. So I brought with me today all of the pet rocks in their glory in the container. I'll open them later to show you guys what they look like. And I also brought our pet rock adoption certificates. So today during our reading, we'll go over our phonics and all of those things, and then when we get to the comprehension piece, we'll brainstorm our essential question, how do we take care of pets? And then we'll all get to adopt a pet rock and give it a name. So I'm really excited about this. It'll be really fun for my students to do this week. I've got pieces of fabric that I let them pick one out, and then we call it their blanket, and so they put it on their desk and their pet rock will lay on the blanket all week so they have a spot for it. And I have some foam food that I got last year from Michael's, so every time we go to lunch or when it's snack time, I let the kids pick out something to feed their pet because we're practicing taking care of them. So we feed them, we can take them with us to centers, we can take them on walks around the room, we'll do that a couple times. So we're really gonna practice it, and then on Friday, they'll get to decorate a little house for their pet rocks. So all of that being said, I've got quite a bit to set up and get ready for. I need to cut some more blankets for the pet rocks to lay on because I think I only have a couple that are left in squares. The rest are still in the long strips. So I need to cut some options for that. I've got to go pick up some copies from the copy room because I have a paper that's like all about my pet rock. And I did this last year, so while the students are adopting their rocks, they can work on their paper while they wait to come up and pick out their pet. And they get to pick the name, describe what it looks like, draw a picture of it, stuff like that. So that's really fun. And they'll get to take that home today, but they can't take their pet home till Friday. So they were really excited last year that they had something to take home to like show their mom, look, we did a pet rock, this is what mine looks like. So that'll be really fun. And yeah, that's all we've got going on. It's gonna make it a pretty busy week. It's also the first full week we've had in a while because we had Labor Day, then we had a fall holiday. So this week is 5 days. And yeah. Also, I did stop for coffee this morning. We got coupons in the mail for $1 medium iced coffees, and they expire on Friday. But we got so many of them, and then David even went and found ones that people had thrown away in our mailroom. So he was like, you can get $1 iced coffee every day this week if you want. Might not be the best idea for like a caffeine addiction, I don't know, but $1 iced coffee. And I was tired this morning. I slept really good, which is good because last week I wasn't sleeping as well. I slept like a baby last night. I was out, but when I woke up I was pretty tired, so that's gonna help me out a bit. So I'm gonna start getting things ready to go in the classroom, and then I'll check in and update you on our pet rocks later today. I cut a lot of different colors in the blankets, so I restocked there. And then I sorted the food, so we have lunch items, so when we go to lunch, they can feed them lunch. And then during our snack time, I have all of our treat items, so they can pick out a treat for their pet. Afternoon updates, the pet rocks were a huge hit. They were very excited to get to adopt them, and they all named them such cute things, so it was really exciting. We took care of them, we fed them the food at lunchtime, and this year's schedule, I don't eat lunch with my kids. Last year I did, and so while they were at lunch, I went and like picked up their food and put it back in the container. So when they came back from recess, they were like, oh my goodness, my pet ate all the food. magic. I didn't get to do that last year, so that was hilarious. They thought that they were like actually they thought they were eating the food, whatever. And then we gave them treats at snack time, and then at the end of the day we packed up. They had about 3 or 4 minutes. I got to play with them. We did have our first pet rock injury, and we had 2 of them because they were dropping their pet on the floor and it lost an eyeball. And I was like, oh no, your pet will have to go to the doctor this afternoon. Well, I hope it'll be okay. And I really played it up like, we need to make sure we're taking good care of them. Were you taking good care of it? And then they felt a little bad, and so I left a doctor's note. Let me show you. So here's the doctor's note. Your pet must have had a big fall. I have fixed her eye, but she will need to rest until after recess today to get better. And I did that because I knew just giving it back fixed, they wouldn't learn that, oh, I need to take care of my pet, because it was just fixed and then it got better and now it's back today. So it won't be back tomorrow until after recess. So everybody else will kind of have theirs in the morning, and theirs is at the vet getting better. So they're going to be kind of bummed that they don't have their pets, but it'll teach them. The whole point is teaching us how to be responsible for a pet. So it's teaching them how to be responsible for a pet, and it's cute and all in good fun. So now it is 4:24. We had our after school data meeting today. I am going to head home. I'm super excited. We're starting a Bible study tonight with some people from church. And it's the first night for that, so I'm ready to get out of here. I even got my table ready so I don't have to do math journals in the morning. Yay! And so I'm gonna head out. Tuesday morning, which means morning duty today, so I'm going to quickly turn everything on in my room, go to the copy room and get the things that I copied yesterday so I can sort those papers, and then be ready to start my day. But I did go get a coffee today because we had another $1 coupon and they expire this weekend, so this will help me out because I was tired when I woke up. I went to bed a little later because we went to the Bible study last night, and it was so good to just meet people, and we enjoyed it so much. But then we stayed and we talked afterwards, so I didn't get to bed until 11, which is pretty late for me. So I woke up tired. I slept really good again, which is awesome. I'm so glad I'm sleeping better this week, but I woke up really tired and I was like, yeah, that coffee sounds really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and get things ready in my room, and then I will check back in with you guys later. Here we are in the afternoon. As you can see, it is pouring down rain outside, so I'm kind of stalling and doing some things on my to-do list instead of going home right now because I'm trying to avoid the rain, and I'm hoping it'll stop soon, but we'll see. It might not. Pet rocks went pretty well today. Some of our friends got them back from the doctor and they were all healed and mended. I don't know what it is about this class, but they want to color on their rocks with the crayons. I've never had that before where they want to draw all over it with crayon and pencil. I'm just kind of letting it go. I'm like, whatever, it's your pet. At this point, I don't care. As long as they're not doing it while I'm teaching, we're good. But they did get to take them with them to centers today, and that was really fun, and it kept them so quiet. The library center was the quietest it's ever been because they were reading with their rocks. It was so sweet, and I was like, oh, so nice. So that was a win, and then we did shapes this afternoon, and we talked about half, and then we did half and half pizzas, so they got to cut a circle or draw a line through a circle to cut a pizza in half, and we did all of these different pizza toppings. I'm gonna insert a picture of it right here because for some reason I felt like our brainstorm was just so aesthetically pleasing, and they came up with so many good ideas, and I said, all right, everybody say Mamma Mia Pizzeria, and they all said that, and then they got really excited to design their pizzas, and they were very creative. We had some chicken and macaroni pizzas, some marshmallow and blueberry pizzas. I let them do whatever they wanted as long as it was half and half, 2 pieces equal size. So I felt like that went really well, and they really did a great job of splitting those in half, which is good because we move on to fourths tomorrow. So that'll be a whole nother ball game, but we're gonna be doing fraction rugs tomorrow. So I'll talk about that tomorrow when we get there. Another fun thing that happened today was I got a new computer screen, and I didn't know we were gonna get a bigger desktop screen. So when I came back after recess, my teacher table had been moved a little bit, and I was like, that's weird, who moves the table while we weren't in the room? And then I sat down and I turned around to check an email and I was like, whoa, because that screen is way bigger than the other one and everything was like, whoa. I was like, wow. So that was kind of exciting. I got a new screen, new monitor for my computer, and I didn't know I was gonna get that. And I also got a wireless mouse. David found one this weekend, and I brought that to my classroom. Game changer, because I can change our rotation slides from my table, boom, drop the mic. It's amazing. So now I just need to get a wireless keyboard. I put one in my Amazon wish list. I just haven't bit the bullet, pulled the plug, and spent the money on it yet because the one I have works, but a wireless one would be way easier and would give me more flexibility on that table. So slowly but surely, we're getting rid of the mess of cords underneath my board. It looks like the rain is not really gonna let up, and I've just about finished everything on my to-do list, so I'm afraid I will have to brave it to get home. But the good news is my favorite show in the entire world comes on tonight. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably know this because I share it all the time, but I love Dancing with the Stars. Passion of mine. I used to watch it with my roommates in college. It was kind of like our roommate bonding night, you could say. We would all sit in the living room and watch and talk about it. And ever since then, I've watched it with friends. I'm a little sad because like David doesn't like to watch it, so I might be watching it solo tonight. But I have my like draft written up of who I think is gonna get partnered up with who. And my friend in Auburn and I are super excited because we're gonna see how many we got right. And so that's just gonna make my Tuesdays so much better. Don't spoil anything though. I don't have cable, so we don't watch it on Mondays. I watch it on Tuesdays on Hulu. So Tuesdays are my Dancing with the Stars night. So at least I get to go home and do that, which I'm really excited about. That's enough rambling. I'm gonna go brave the rain and head home, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Happy Wednesday. It is officially the first day of fall. Doesn't mean the weather feels like fall, but it's fall today. So I broke out some burnt orange to celebrate. Got another coffee. They were out of vanilla, so I got hazelnut. That seems kind of fall, right? So we're gonna try that out, see how I like it. I'm here really early today because I have a big task that I want to finish before the day starts. I am putting these baskets under my students' chairs. I shared this on my Instagram last year. I know I mentioned my Instagram a lot, but I just want to let you know, go follow me, and I post a lot of these ideas on there. But I did it last year because we had a lot of individualized supplies and not in a lot of room in my students' desks. And I use the cubbies in my classroom for their backpacks, so we don't really have room for book bins to fit in it. And I'm using them this year to hold my students' Chromebooks. We have the weird shaped triangle desks, and so not a lot fits inside, and they've been like putting their Chromebooks on top of things and losing papers inside, and we really can't find anything. And then when we try to pull out the paper, it rips because it's under the Chromebook, and it's just been a mess. And I've had a basket in the back for their headphones, so every time they need their Chromebook, they all walk to the back to get their headphones, and that's been a mess because it's just so much extra movement that we don't need that cuts out some time. So I'm going to use these 14-inch long zip ties to zip tie these to the bottom of their chairs just like I did last year. These baskets are from the Dollar Tree. I am one short, but I have a student who's been out for a while, so I'll just do hers last, and hopefully I'll find one sometime this week at the Dollar Tree. They are back ordered online, but these are the baskets right here, and these are the ones that I used last year. I took them off and I cleaned them, so these are the ones that survived. And to have 16 baskets that still made it through last year is pretty darn good. So we're gonna go over how we sit in our desks and how we sit in our chairs nicely, and the importance of being safe because our computers are now in the baskets under our chairs. So I'm hoping it'll not only help with the computer problem, but maybe they'll be a little bit safer with their chairs. I don't know, we'll see. It could just be a fiasco with their feet and kick in the computers. I don't know, I'm just trying to make it better. I'm just trying to make something better, and my class last year did really well with it. Again, they didn't break. We didn't have too much kicking going on, so we'll see how it goes. But I'm gonna go ahead and get started because I have to put all of these on their chairs before they get here this morning, and that's a lot of work. I don't know if you can tell how heavy I'm breathing right now, but I just finished all of those baskets with 5 minutes to spare. 5 minutes. I should have stayed after school and done it, but I was still on the fence and needed like the evening to just go back and forth and consider whether I wanted to do it or not. But let me show you how nice it looks now. So here's the student desk, and here's the basket, and inside the basket is their Chromebook and their bag with their headphones. So that'll eliminate, here's where I kept my basket. That will eliminate them having to come from all the way over here, all the way over here to get their headphones every time they need it. Overall, I'm talking while I'm walking and doing stuff. I think it's gonna be a good fix because it's just gonna eliminate a lot of the messiness of our transitions, which will be good because they need their Chromebook for centers some days, and then we use it for science, and then we use it for computer lab, and we use it for intervention time. So they use it kind of on and off throughout the day. So having it more accessible for them should be a good thing. Now I'm gonna catch my breath before I go pick up my class for our morning block, and I will check in with you guys later. Somehow, we survived this wild Wednesday. It started off in the morning when Duncan was out of French vanilla. I think that's where it went downhill. Just kidding. I'm not blaming Duncan for the wild Wednesday. The hazelnut was okay. Would have rather had vanilla. Next time I'll get caramel if they don't have the vanilla, because the hazelnut was just okay. I guess I'm just not like a big hazelnut fan. It wasn't the best, but I drank it. Anyways, from there on, our rotations were behind, and we barely made it to specials on time. I had a grade level meeting that I barely made it to. Then we went to the library, and then I forgot to tell y'all earlier this week, we changed our schedule this week. Yay! We moved our intervention block because of scheduling and groups, and so it's a good change because I like having the intervention block there, but it's still a change in routine. So that's been hard to adjust to, and then puts our math time at a different spot. So we were kind of like working on that transition to math, and then I had a walk-through observation. So that was fun. I have no idea how it went. Zero clue. But I'm excited for feedback because I haven't had anybody come like observe while I was teaching here yet. So I'm just excited for feedback. I have had really poor observations in my years teaching, and I've had really great observations in my years teaching. So I'm prepared for either one. Like, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. It's just a walk-through observation. We will get through it. I'll keep you posted. I'll let you know how it goes after our reflection. But yeah, that's it. I'm really tired. The hair's gone up into a bun because it's really hot here in Florida. It's the first day of fall, but it's hot. So I'm ready to go home. I'm gonna head home, spend the evening with my husband and enjoy, and then be back tomorrow for Thursday. Yay! Good morning, happy Friday. I am currently in the Dunkin' drive-thru. The line is long because it's Friday and I'm going to school a little bit later, or like closer to like my actual time, not as early as usual. But I have one last day to use these dollar coupons. So I'm gonna use the dollar coupon, and I just need this for my Friday. I didn't vlog yesterday because actually my husband was vlogging with my tripod. I've shared that video already, so if you haven't gone to see the day in my teacher husband life video that my husband made, it's hilarious, and you should go watch it. I will tag it above in the cards. And also, it was just like a rough day. We had a lot of bumps in the road yesterday for Thursday, but I'm hoping today will be better. We have mostly assessments today, which is kind of boring, but it makes my heart like rest a little bit because I'm like, okay, I don't have to have as much like planned and ready to go, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm just looking forward to a kind of chill assessment day, and then they're going to make their pet rock houses. So that's all we've got going for us today. And yeah, so I should be at school pretty soon. I'm actually next to order in line, so it's going pretty quickly. And then I will show you guys what we did do yesterday with our pet rocks because they made cute little books and they were fun. And then I'll get the room set up and ready to go. Okay, finally made it to school, and now I'm ready to show you some of the things that we did yesterday. We made a little book about our pet rocks. I have been working really hard to launch our writing block. I'm still trying to fit it into the schedule because pacing is just all over the place and I'm still trying to adjust. But we talked about letters, words, and sentences all week. And we talked about what is a letter? How do we put them together to make words? Why do we put words together to make sentences? And then yesterday we summed it all up by going over what you should have in a superstar sentence. I got this idea from Maylene and Miss Claus Campers. Here is the picture that she posted of the anchor chart with the superstar song, and my kids responded so well to it. I will sing it briefly for you, but she has it all on her vlogs and her posts on Instagram, so please go check it out because I am totally stealing this idea because it's genius. But the song is a repeat after me, and they sing, I'm a writing superstar, 5 big goals I know by heart, capital letter always first, finger spaces between words, sound them out the best you can, punctuation at the end, then we sing go back, and check, we do our best. And the kids loved it. So we practiced writing with sentence stems. So I gave them the sentence stem on the board, and we wrote sentences about our pet rock. Look how cute this turned out. My pet rock is good. And if they had all of the things a superstar sentence needed, I gave them a little star with my highlighter. My pet rock likes the car. And they got a little superstar. So I thought that was really cute. My pet rock has a bed, the end. So they turned out really sweet, and they loved writing about their pet rocks, and they were really creative. Some of them were like, my pet rock is funny, my pet rock has a popper, or pop it. I always call them poppers, and they get on to me, pop it. But that was really fun, and I've never done that with the pet rocks before, so it was a great addition. And yeah, so that was kind of the win of yesterday. The rest of it was bumpy road, but that's okay, we're here. I also brought in this huge box this morning that is full of laminating pouches. I'm really excited for those because for our math unit that starts next week, we're going to use a lot of them to play different math games, and it helps me save copies, and I needed more of them. So I ordered some more of those, and I'm excited to add those to my room. And that's all I've got. Oh, also, the weather was cold today. Look at me in my sweatshirt. I'm wearing an Auburn t-shirt under this too because I know it's gonna get warmer. But it was cold enough for me to wear a sweatshirt this morning, which was a big deal for Florida. It was 58 degrees. So let's go, fall weather. Wasn't it just on Wednesday that I was pouring sweat on the first day of fall, and now the temperature has dropped. We got a cold front. So I'm gonna hold on to it and enjoy it because I know it's gonna go away soon anyways. But that's all I've got. No more time to talk. Gotta get things ready in the room. It's Friday. I will check in with you guys at the end of the day. Nothing better than an end of the day Friday feeling. We survived, we made it, and it was a good day. I'm very surprised. Like I said, we didn't do a whole lot of lessons. We did a practice spelling test because we're doing in blends 2 weeks, so it was just practice, and then they graded it with a colored pen so they could see how they were doing. It's good reflection. We did a practice comprehension test. We did a real math test. So we did a lot of practicing things and assessing. But it went pretty well for having a day full of that. And then at the end of the day, they made their houses for their pet rocks. I will insert some pictures so you guys can see how those turned out. So cute. And I was blown away because I was letting them use markers and stickers. And I was like, this could be a disaster. But I used buckets from Target that are kind of flat, and I just sectioned off the markers and gave them to people to share. We talked about how we need to follow directions with them, and I talked to them about how you can chit chat while you're working, but we have to keep the volume down. If it gets too loud, we're gonna have to bump it down a volume level, and then if it's still too loud, we won't be able to talk, and that's not gonna be fun. And they did really well. I was just standing there kind of watching, and everybody was quietly, well, not quietly, they were chatting, but carefully working with the markers, and they were doing really well. So I was really impressed, actually, very impressed, and it was pretty clean. We had stickers with the paper backings, and we talked about making a trash pile so it doesn't make our floor a mess. Granted, there is still stuff on the floor, but I'm okay with it. It turned out, I would say 90% of the trash made it into the trash can, and that is a huge win for this group. So I just picked up a couple pieces here and there, and then pack up, it was go, get out the door, because they had their rocks and their papers and their little houses, and it was oh my gosh, we're running late. So I didn't do our usual pick up a piece of trash on your way out, because I was just get out, because we were so behind. But it's fine. They loved the pet rocks. They were all playing with them, and I got some really sweet pictures of them with their pet rocks that I'm going to add to our friends and family board. So they've all brought in, or not all of them, but a lot of them have brought in pictures of their families, and I've put it on their board. And so now it's time to start filling it with pictures of our class family. So I'm going to have those printed this weekend, and then I'm going to add them to our friends and family board. So it's pictures of us with our classmates and our class family. So that's exciting. I have a lot of things to do. So I'm going to stop rambling and I'm gonna get some things done. I plan on staying until I have peace of mind because today wasn't terrible and I have the energy to like get stuff done and organize. We're switching math units. I'm gonna switch math games, hang some posters, but while I have the energy, like I'm gonna do it. So I'm just gonna time lapse some stuff for y'all to see kind of what I'm doing to get ready for the next couple of weeks or couple of days, and then I'll check back in. All right, that is the end of this week in my teacher life. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I feel like rejuvenated today because it was actually an okay day. So like I'm going out on a high note this week and I'm really, really pumped. Make sure if you like this video to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I have lots more teaching content coming your way and I've just been enjoying sharing my teaching journey with you guys. And I will see you guys in the next video.